Hello friends, Marcy here, and want to do a quick currently inked video, but it's not for my pens for use at home. This is in January, currently inked. That's a stamp and it's kind of faint. I didn't get it on there very well. That I'm using at school. So I inked these up before I went back to school after our holiday break, but I didn't make the video. So I want to come back today and work on that. Let me show you here. I just have my little fountain pen card. I'll share these with you. This one is still, it's just the Platinum Preppy with a black cartridge. It's almost empty. I have refills for that are simple. This one I shared in my last currently inked video. It's almost empty. It is the one size pocket pen, and actually I still have one clipped to my shirt collar. I wasn't wearing my lanyard today. So my new little Cherry Blossom Opus 88 Mini, it's almost empty. I had that on my shirt collar today. I'm not going to put that down because I'm not planning on using as a currently inked for January. But let's get back. Oh, I lost my page. Let's get back to, and I just decided to put this in my school planner. This is the Common Planner, the academic year, July to June, full year from Sterling Ink in the Galen Leather Purple Zip Folio. So let's get to these first, and then we'll be looking at these. I have a brand new setup in my little 5-pen Galen Leather notebook cover or pen holder. So first of all, let's go. These are all Sailor 1911 Compass that I ordered from Goulet over a period of time, and they came as a bundle. The special bundle was called Sail Away. I think Come Sail Away or Sail Away. And it came with the pen, the A5 notebook, and 3 sample vials of ink. So it was a good deal. They do cost more now than when I purchased mine a couple years ago, and I just love these fantabulous little pens. They're really quite pretty. I don't know, since I have it inked, I don't know if you can tell that the nib feed is clear, and it just looks like whatever ink you have in there. So to start off with, let's cap it because I'm out of order here. I'm using the new Colorverse from the Colorvent 2024 Kilonova. So let me put down, I'm just going to dip this here. Wasn't sure what tool I was going to use to apply. That's putting on a quite heavy dose, so I have to be careful with that. So that's the Kilonova, and I believe that was day 6 on the Colorvent calendar. These stamps are from Well Appointed Desk. They are pen and nib stamps that I picked up. So try to link those below. We have a Sailor Compass. Oops, yes, I'm spelling that correctly. 1911, and I just know it's purple. It might be transparent purple on the official name, and it is, they're all medium fine. These are the first Sailor Nibs pens that I ever purchased, and when I first got them, I was not impressed, and I decided I was not going to be buying any Sailor Pro Gears or Pro Gear Slims, but I changed my mind, and I did. We'll see those later. So our ink is Colorverse, and this is the Colorvent. Actually, most of the inks that I have for my school pens are from the Colorverse Colorvent. I'm trying to put them to good use. Kilonova. Okay. So nice looking ink. As it's drying, you can kind of see some gorgeous sheening. We'll come back and look at the inks after they've dried. And I just decided to ink up all of my Sailor Compass pens at once. Oops, I'm doing it again. Good gravy. Gravy's good. I'm using and I cannot pronounce this name. I'll let you look at it and you give it a shot. But it's the Alt Goldgrun, gorgeous green ink that I love using in this pen. And when I do my dip this time, I'm going to be a little lighter so that I have more control over the ink that's going down. This is a gorgeous ink, and I like to matchy my pens and ink, so I think it's perfect. And I don't need to dip that. I'm used to putting on swatches, I'm used to putting down ink and then dipping the dip pen, but I already have my pens inked from the other day in getting ready for school. And the Alt Goldgrun means it's old golden green. They have a little translation in English there. And again, we are on a Sailor Compass. (1911) green, and it's probably the transparent green. We're going to include medium fine here, and I'm giving myself a little bit of copy help with the spelling. Oops. I'm paying attention. I'm looking away from my paper, paying attention to the bottle, and I'm not attending very well to what I'm working on. So these are fabulous lightweight pens. I know I made videos a long time ago when I did the unboxing and the sharing. But we should revisit those and talk about how wonderful they are, because I really enjoy them. It took me a while to like or love them, but now that I have, I enjoy them a lot. And this is the Sailor Mano ink in Kikyu. This actually was one of the samples. There were 3 sample vials that came with this. This was one of the samples that it came with. I used it up, loved it, and purchased a bottle. And I've used a considerable amount from this bottle, 50 ml bottle. So I love it because it's gorgeous, and even with the medium fine nib, it does a beautiful job of shading. So shading, sheening. Let's go here. It's a gorgeous blue. And I love it in the transparent body of, again, another Compass, 1911. It's a gorgeous deep, almost like a suede color, blue suede. I love it. I'm working on the pen name, Compass, 1911, clear. Oops, clear. Oh my goodness, clear. Thank you for bearing with me. And it is a medium fine. I've had one of those days. I've been doing this kind of silly stuff at school all day long. Sailor Mano, Kikyu. And this is a fabulous ink. After this dries, we'll take a closer look at the finished product. Boy, this one is still drying. I really did lay that one on heavy. I apologize, because I only have 8 total bottles, and in my other carry pouch I still have the 5 pens. I decided that I would carry all of my Pilot Preras, and I did some matchy with some Colorverse Colorvent inks here. So let's just start here with the brown. This is Pilot Prera, and it's just called a brown body. It does have a medium nib, and I left my nib stickers on most of them. But I decided to use Rover in the brown body. This is day 7 of our first glistening ink on the Colorverse Colorvent calendar. So let's put a small swatch down. And the glistening ink, I do need to remember to agitate so we can get some of that gorgeousness moving around in suspension. Okay, tiny bit. There we go. This is going to be fabulous when it dries. Wow. And I'm ready to write. Pilot Prera, medium nib, and it's just a brown body. That's what the name of it was when I ordered. These are fabulous writers. And on the affordable side, some of these pens you can get as low as $20. Especially the colored one. But the colored ones, the ones that have the opaque pen body that you can't see through, they only come with a cartridge. They do not come with a converter. I have to purchase those separately. And if you buy the Con 40 in multi-packs, it's actually more affordable, cheaper. You can get more for your money. And this is our first glistening ink. Colorverse. Instead of writing Colorverse, I'm just going to write Colorvent because we know what that is. Colorvent Rover. Glistening. It does have that faint shimmer that we will look at closely at the end after they dry. I love the glide cap on these. So satisfying. It reminds me a lot of the Pilot Elite. Oh, and by the way, last week when I shared how I loved the way that the Kaweco Student Edition pens just would slide over this. These pens do not. They hang up on the elastic. Just so you know, they're stubborn. So I just turn the clip around to like the corner and push them in. Just so you know about the clip, if you're in love with the Pilot Preras, we do have that little clip issue. And next up is Ivory. In Ivory, I decided to use Sailing Stones. I thought that was a gorgeous match, and wait till you see it. Oops. I apologize for my dry hands. They just look awful to me. And I want to put lotion on before I, come in with you on the camera, but I can't put lotion on my hands and then have my hands rubbing on my Tomoe River paper because it would cause issues. All right. Pilot Prera. Ivory. Oops. See, it's been that kind of day for me, y'all. Goodness. Ivory body. And this one is medium. So we have Colorvent, Sailing Stones. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, and I'm not even being consistent. I gave myself a little wavy line up there to cut off the page, but we're not too far into it. We can go back and do that. Kind of looks nice. Are y'all do you love just putting caps on and taking caps off, whether the clip caps or the screw-on caps? Don't you just enjoy that sound? Oops, already did purple. There we go. I love this. The sound of capping a pen. I don't know. Whether it's click or twist, it's nice. All right, next up we have the Pilot Prera in Slate Gray. This one is a fine nib. And the ink of choice was, oh, this, I think it was day 2, Edge of Night. I actually, my first inking of my vintage pen, the Pilot Pocket 1977 vintage, was, no, my second inking of that was Edge of Night. Just a tad of ink with this tool. Okay, something new. It's working well. Again, we have a Pilot Prera Slate Gray. I think this ink is a fabulous color choice for matchy matchy. Loving it. Colorvent Edge of Night. Okay. All right. And this one, this pen is called the Pilot Prera. It's Iro, IRO -AI. I'll spell that on here for you. But I put the Portuguese Meteor glistening ink in this. I thought it would look fabulous in this clear demonstrator barrel. And when you order the clear ones, they do come with a converter. They cost a little more. They're a little more expensive than the colored editions, but they do come with the converter. You do not have to purchase that separately, or I didn't when I purchased this one. And this one has the calligraphy. It's considered a calligraphy medium. It has a calligraphy nib on it, and it's just, I love calligraphy nibs. They're so much fun to write with. All right, here is the name. Hiro I. I'm not sure how that is, but it's called a transparent black. And the black that you see happens to be like on the end on the cap. So if you got transparent blue, you would have blue ends, or transparent red, whatever colorway you chose, you would have that kind of accent piece on the end, but the rest of it is just clear. All right. And this is a CM, or a calligraphy medium. Colorvent Portuguese. Meteor. And we're going to add that it is a glistening ink. And I did agitate the pen barrel while I was talking to get that ready. I haven't had problems with it clogging yet, but you can see a lot of shimmer here in the grip section nib feed where it's feeding down. So we'll see how that turns out. And let's just get, I didn't even put down my swatch yet. I'm on it. Okay. I may have let this settle too much while I was doing everything else to pick up a lot of glisten here on the top of floating around on the top. Yeah, a lot of it is settled there. So we may not have too much glistening in the little swatch. One more. The last Prera that I have tucked in here is called Vivid Pink. And it is very vivid. It is like bright flamingo fuchsia, I guess. But this is a perfect match for Rosette Nebula. It is not a glistening ink, so we don't have to worry about any agitation. Am I still in frame? Yes. Okay. Goodness, there we go. I had just like a puddle that was accumulated there on the end of this metal tip, would not release, but we got it. All right, Pilot Prera Vivid Pink, and it is a medium nib. When I inked this before, I actually purchased the Pilot Iroshizuku Tsutsushi that is no longer being made or sold. You just have to hope that you find one to snatch up. But I did get a big bottle of that, and it was the first inking of this pen when I purchased it, because it was an intentional matchy-matchy purchase. But I'm just trying to explore now in January. I'm trying to explore my Colorvent inks and put them to good use. And I decided, I don't know, I just decided on doing a whole family of Preras for January in my little travel notebook. This is the one I carry around with me on campus if I happen to be out and about. I have pens of various colors, inks of various colors, and then my notebook. And it travels around with me on campus, and there you go. This one pretty much stays on my desk for recording my important school stuff. Daily activities, daily plans. Yeah, it's my teacher planner. So thank you very much for joining me on my January Currently Inked School Edition. These are my work pens. We're going to do a close-up here. Let's get in and check out what we have on drying. So we have the Sailor Mano Kikyu. Look at that gorgeous sheen. It has a faint blush pink color. The gorgeous glisten of the Colorvent Rover. Love seeing that glisten. So here's the gorgeous glisten of Colorvent Rover in the brown Prera. The ivory Prera has the Colorvent Sailing Stones here. Just some shading there, no sheening or shimmer. And then we have the slate gray with Edge of Night. No intended shimmer. There is some gorgeous shading, light to dark. And Portuguese Meteor was a glistening ink. I really didn't invert that and get a lot of glisten floating around. So I'll have to see if I can do another application on my swatch and get some glisten moving. But it's a gorgeous turquoise, and you saw all the gorgeousness in the converter on the clear body of the pen. Last, we had the Rosette Nebula, gorgeous shading, light to dark. I think it's a perfect name, and it's a great match for that pink pen. But thank you for joining me for my currently inked pens that I'll be using at school this the month of January. I appreciate you for spending your precious moments with me. You have a blessed day. Bye-bye.